welcome back to another episode of Witticism. I'm Nolan.
And I'm Luke, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe.
NFL superstar Antonio Brown's doctor reportedly claimed that Brown repeatedly farted in his face and laughed about it during a consultation where he showed up 3 hours late. He also claimed that Brown owes him $11,500 in unpaid fees, bringing a new definition to the term gas money.
People who use e-cigarettes such as Juuls are turning back to cigarettes to satisfy their nicotine addiction. It's almost like going back to your ex, except your ex might reconsider killing you.
An anti-vaccine activist threw a menstrual cup which appeared to have blood in it onto the floor of the California State Senate while yelling, "That's for the dead babies." The liquid was then tossed from the upstairs balcony and splashed on several lawmakers, forcing evacuation.
A Ford study has found that 42% of Americans believe that electric cars still need gas. I'm not sure why they can't believe that electric cars exist now, but I am sure that 99% of Americans are idiots.
A lawmaker in Chicago visited the Chicago Transit Authority, frequently known as the Pigeon Poop Station, because the sidewalks are covered in pigeon poop and feathers. The lawmaker visited the station to try to fix the pigeon poop problem, and in response, a pigeon pooped right on his head. That's his way of saying, "Fuck you."
Christina and Drew, a white couple in New Jersey, are suing a fertility clinic after their daughter was born Asian. The couple was claiming the clinic used the wrong sperm to inseminate Christina, and that it was not Drew's. After their daughter was born, Christina said, "This doesn't look like Drew. Either the clinic really did mess up, or Drew, Christina isn't telling you the truth."
Trump has claimed that energy-efficient light bulbs are what makes him look orange. Honestly, at this point, I really have to give him some credit for coming up with the dumbest bull.
A 95-year-old man from Texas tried to renew his driver's license, but the DMV said they can't produce him a new one until he proves that he was born. You're right, DMV. Having the undead drive would be really dangerous. Or what's even more dangerous is a 95-year-old person drive.
A girl went to Starbucks and ordered a Trenti iced coffee, 12-pump sugar-free vanilla, 12-pump sugar-free hazelnut, 12-pump sugar-free caramel, 5-pump skinny mocha, a splash of soy, light ice, and double blended. The barista painstakingly made her extraneous order and asked for her name. She responded with hope. But when she received the drink, it said hippo. Starbucks' response was, "Sorry, as you know, many of our baristas are dyslexics, so nothing's new."
A woman filed for divorce against her husband because he is too nice. She only dated jerks in the past and wasn't used to his nice gestures of buying flowers, overpriced coffee, and paying all the bills. After apologizing for being too nice and asking how to be meaner, the wife responds, "I don't know, just spit on me or something."
A hotel apologizes after a midget gets whiplash after being spun around during their annual event. It was all fun and games until the owner came to see how the guests were doing. He quickly had to remind everyone it was actually a fidget spinner contest, in which the guest responded with, "How lame, that's so 2018.
Wade Davis, an anthropologist at Kent State University, decided to put an urban legend to the test when he froze feces and fashioned them into a knife. He tried to use the knife to cut various objects, but it didn't work. Looks like knives made out of feces don't make the cut at Kent State.
22-year-old man chopped his father's head off so he could play Fortnite in peace. His father apparently kept nagging him to get off, so instead of fighting about it like a normal person, he put those Fortnite skills to the test and chopped off his father's head.
A clerical worker was fired after missing 400 days of work in 2 years. He only attended work for 10 days in 2017 and 2018. Sounds like he works in the government, except he actually got fired.
A local Indiana man was fined yesterday for trying to fight a grizzly bear one-on-one, mano-a-mano, no holds barred. The officer on site, when asked about the incident, stated, "Well, it was less of a fine and more of my winnings. Told that little he couldn't beat a whole damn bear."
A confused Farrah Abram was recently seen outside of 7-Eleven protesting the company's name. "How dare you," she yelled. "What happened on July 11th, 2001 was a heinous act, and I will not stand for people profiting off America's sadness." After a patron whispered something in the teen mom's ear, she ran away from the scene, rather flustered.
Quickly rising to the top of the most disliked musicians list, pro-Putin rapper Lil Slav finally speaks out about his appreciation for the president of Russia, saying, "Let me make something very clear. In no way do I support him politically. The man has made a lot of questionable decisions as a leader, but I am very much in love. Vlad, babe, if you're watching this, I won't stop. I can't stop my music until you finally tell the world about us."
A 44-year-old pastor from South Africa has died after 30 days of fasting, trying to beat Jesus' record of 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus realized that this just couldn't happen, so he did what he had to do. Maybe we'll see him again on Easter. And that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Luke.
And I'm Nolan.
And you stay beautiful, Indiana.